Hello, everybody. I'd love to welcome you to my home buying process and the home buying process guide. I've actually created a guide here for you, made it in PDF form so you could download it at any time. I'm going to put the link in the description for you there. I've actually made a video series here for you. It's an 11-part series, each piece being under 2 minutes long to make it easily digestible. It's actually totaling under 15 minutes total. So I'm going to call it Buying a Home in Under 15 Minutes. I'm actually just going to go ahead and upload the whole series up on YouTube. So if you want to just watch it all at one time, you can go ahead and check out over there. Otherwise, you could see it one day at a time. All right. We'll look forward to seeing you in the series. Bye. So number one, all right, first things first, the do's and don'ts when getting a mortgage loan. The first thing you want to do is get pre-approved. In order to make an offer on a home, you're going to have a pre-approval letter that the lender is going to provide us. So when we make the offer on the home, the letter must be submitted with the offer. So that's one thing that you're going to have to go through first. So also going through the process, you're going to also want to make sure that you're paying all your bills on time. Okay, so not paying one of your bills can end up lowering your score when it goes through underwriting. Okay, this may get picked up on and it can ultimately disqualify you for the loan. You always want to keep your personal documents handy. Okay, consider keeping them electronically stored in electronic space like Google Drive. Okay, so when they're asked for, you can just provide them immediately, no matter where you may be. Always communicate with your real estate agent about any significant lifestyle changes. Okay, so like losing a job or having to make an emergency large purchase, for example. So some of the things you do not want to do. All right, so these list of items here are either going to affect your credit score or your debt to income ratios. A debt to income ratio is just a percentage that lenders use to see how much debt versus how much income that you have in terms of how they qualify you for the loan. Don't make any large purchases at this time. Do not run up any balances on your existing credit cards. Do not apply for any new credit cards. Do not close any credit cards that you currently have. Do not finance or take on any new significant debt. And do not co sign for anybody at this time. All right. So, those are the basic do's and don'ts of when you're first trying to qualify for a home and to get a mortgage loan. Okay. We'll see you in number two on the next one. Okay, so number two, I think this is just a good time to introduce you to all the people who are involved in the home buying process. Okay, so first, we're the buyer's agent. You're a real estate agents that are going to help you find the home and work with you through the entire process. Then there's your loan officer or loan broker. Okay, typically a loan officer works directly with one bank and a broker shops with many different banks to secure you the right loan. A seller's agent, that's the real estate agent that's working on behalf of the seller of the property. Okay, or we may have an on-site agent. If we're dealing with new construction, there will be a real estate agent who's working at the site there, and they're known as the on-site agent. And we have our escrow officer. An escrow officer, they're going to receive, secure, and distribute all funds of the loan. And sometimes they're even known as the closing agent, as they help facilitate the closing of the entire transaction too as well. There will be a title officer. Typically, you as the buyer don't really hear from the title officer, but we do need to have a title officer that they can check the title of the property and be sure that the title is cleared, that it could be transferred from one person to another. It will be the home inspector. So the home inspector is going to inspect the home for any damages, okay, to see if there anything needs to be fixed or renegotiated. And your real estate agents will help with that process of renegotiating should that need to come. Okay, so then we're going to have an appraiser. So whenever you have a loan needs to be secured by the collateral. So the appraiser is going to go ahead and appraise the home and make sure that the collateral is enough to secure the loan. And you have your transaction coordinator. So a transaction coordinator is going to be sending you documents a lot of times by DocuSign. There are many documents that need to be secured in a real estate transaction. So they will be facilitating, helping to collect all those signatures. Those are the people that are involved, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, number three, getting fully pre-approved. What does getting fully pre-approved mean? Okay, so at this point, you'll be working with the loan broker or the loan officer, okay, and they just need to gather certain information from you. The things that they're going to need to be gathering are W-2s, tax returns, pay stubs, and bank statements. Actually, they will. You actually be filling out an application with them. On there, you'll have your social security number. Will ultimately they'll run your credit and check your credit report, and then between all those things, they're going to qualify you for a loan, and then get us that pre-approval letter that we're going to need in order to make the offer. All right. We'll see you in the next one. Number four, looking for a home. So once we have this pre-approval letter, we now know how much home that you qualify for. So very simply, what we're going to do now is we're going to be able to go into the MLS, okay, and we're going to enter in some search criteria. So the main things we're going to do are we're going to search the area that you're interested in looking for the home, okay, and then we're going to see how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms that you want, okay, and then we're going to be able to put in the price range that you qualified up for. Okay, so once we do that, we'll see all the homes that are available in that area, and then also we're going to be able to do some auto sends where anything new that comes up that meets the criteria, it's going to automatically send you an email or a text message saying, "Hey, this property is now available, so take a look at it, and then we can see if we want to go out immediately to get that first jump on that property." All right. See you in the next video. Step five in my video series here. Number three in my book. But what is next? It's making an offer. Okay, what's in an offer? Okay, the main things in an offer are the purchase price, the earnest money deposit, contingencies, what stays and what goes with the property, and your home warranty. Let me just touch on each one of those just for a minute here. The purchase price. Okay, if you come in too low on your purchase price, you may not even get considered in the running. If you, especially if you have other people who are bidding on the property. Okay, so it's up to us as your agents to contact the seller's agent and find out what is the right number that we need to be coming in at. Earnest money deposit. Earnest money deposit is very important here because if you have similar offers, there is a chance that they can be going with somebody who has a higher earnest money deposit. Okay, so that's going to be showing how serious you are about purchasing this property, and that's the significance that that can have, an impact that it can have there. Contingencies. There are contingencies of a loan. There can be several different ones, but the main ones typically are the loan contingency, an appraisal contingency, and an investigation or the inspection contingency. I'm going to be going over a little bit more of those in the next video. So over here, we're going to be able to state, what stays with the property and what goes. Okay, so typically here is the appliances that we're talking about: refrigerator, stove, microwave, dishwasher. Will those be staying or will those be going? What about a home security system? They come and look at the open house and they say, "Oh, I see a security system. What is that going to be staying or is that going to be going with you on your next move?" And then finally, the home warranty. Always going to want to have a home warranty just for the extra layer of security that goes along with all the major home systems. That anything were to go down with those, we have a nice warranty to get those types of things remedied and fixed. All right, see you in the next video. All right, so number 6 in my home buying process guide here. Okay, so I wanted to touch up a little bit more on contingencies. All right, so there was the loan contingency, the appraisal contingency, and then there was the home inspection contingency. All right, so the loan contingency. So we, in video number 1, you qualified for the loan. We got our pre-approval letter, but now we need to go through underwriting and make sure nothing has changed in your scenario. Okay, so as long as nothing has changed in that scenario, you should go ahead and get that approval from underwriting that we can move forward in the loan and remove that contingency. Okay, so now we have the appraisal. So the bank is now waiting to get the appraisal back from the appraiser. Okay, and they're just confirming that the home is worth the amount that they're giving you the loan for. Okay, so for example, let's say that the appraisal came in low and it only came in at 520,000, but we were offering say $530,000 for the home. Okay, so we need to renegotiate the price that we're offering at that point to down to 520,000. Okay, or okay, let's say that there was many people bidding on the home, and you wanted to keep that home, and you wanted to get that home, secure it, and purchase that home. You could come in with the extra $10,000 out of pocket on your own for whatever the amount that would need to be to cover up and beyond the 520,000. Okay, and then finally we have the home inspection. So the home inspection was done. We need to see if any repairs need to be made, and if there are repairs that need to be made, we would ask the seller for those repairs to be done, or we can ask for a credit then at that point. So that's what we would renegotiate with you, and that's what your real estate agent is helping you do. All right. See you in the next one. Okay, number seven. So, getting our offer accepted and what is opening escrow? All right, so we've done all our negotiating with the sellers and they finally accepted our offer. All right, so once our offer has been accepted, the escrow company and the title company will now be notified. At this point, the escrow officer is going to send over the wire information to you so you can wire your earnest money deposit in. Okay, so the earnest money deposit is anywhere between 1 to 3% typically. Once the escrow officer has actually received the funds, you have now opened escrow. All right, so number eight. Next, we're going to get those contingencies satisfied. We're going to get those contingencies removed. Okay, so the loan contingency, we're going through the underwriting process and make sure that we're good for the loan. The appraisal, the bank is waiting for the appraisal to come back from the appraiser to make sure that the collateral, that the security is enough to cover the loan. Okay, now the inspection. So let's touch a little bit more on the inspection here. Okay, so once the inspection comes back from the inspector, if there's any damage that's done to the home, okay, we're going to need to ask the sellers to either fix that home, fix those issues in the home, okay, or give us a credit for the items that need to be fixed. So this is where we, as your real estate agent, an area that we really advocate for you in here. I'd like you to take a look at the certificate that we have here in negotiation. As part of just what we do as your agents is to get you and secure you what is fair and what is needed for those necessary repairs that may need to be made to the property. Okay, so that's what's next in the process, getting those contingencies satisfied. Okay, so step nine in our home buying process video here, signing your loan documents. Okay, so signing your loan documents is what's next. A mobile notary is going to come out to you. Okay, the escrow company is going to go ahead and set all that up. The notary will give you a call and you guys will set up what day and time is best for the notary to come out. Okay, the main things you want to look for when signing your loan documents, okay, are going to be, the remainder of the fees that you now need to come in with. Okay, what is that amount? And it doesn't match up with what you've been expecting. Okay, you're going to want to see that your monthly payment, okay, is going to be what you're expected. Okay, the interest rate is where it needed to be, what you qualified for. Okay, and that your name is showing on the title to the property. So those are the main things you look for when you're signing your loan documents. Okay, so you're going to be having your closing fees that you're going to be paid for. Just want to just touch on that for a second. What's included in the closing fees? Okay, so it's the remaining part of the down payment minus the earnest money deposit that we discussed. Okay, what else is in there are your title fees and your escrow fees. The lender fees are included in that. Okay, your prepaid fees such as interest, taxes, homeowners insurance, and mortgage insurance if those are applicable. Okay, so that's what signing your loan documents is about. You'll get the wire instructions to wire the remainder over to the escrow officer. Those documents are going to go back over to the escrow company, and next they're going to work on getting the deed recorded into your name. All right, see you in the next one. All right, step 10. When do you get your keys? All right, so the final step here, once the title has been recorded into your name, you are now able to get your keys. Okay, so the seller will go ahead and give his real estate agent the keys. Okay, which in turn, that real estate agent will give it to us as your real estate agents, and then we can go ahead and hand you the keys at that point. All right, so that is the home buying process in 10 steps. I hope that you really enjoyed the video series there. Please give me a thumbs up so that I can know that you're receiving this information well. And we look forward to being able to help you out and guiding you in your real estate journey.